Hey there, Baka bitches listeners. Before we jump into the chaos, just a heads up.
This podcast contains adult language, strong opinions, like our drinks, and questionable anime takes.
We also talk about daddy's trauma and things your grandma probably wouldn't approve of. Life topics.
So, if you're under 18 or easily offended,
maybe skip this one. Everyone else,
welcome to the madness. Hashtag Baka Bitches Podcast. Hello everyone, and welcome to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime sometimes. I'm Hannah.
I'm Stephanie.
And we are still going on with how heavy are the dumbbells you lift?
Not very heavy.
Not at all.
I don't lift any.
I'm a 5-pounder.
Good for you.
And speaking of 5 pounds, we are actually on episode 5.
Wow. Nice transition.
Thank you. It was so smooth, right?
It really was.
Like we're professionals.
Like as smooth as that voice when you come on to the podcast, and then it just gets more and more chaotic and
manic.
Out of control as we get to the end of the episode. But I really appreciate the smoothness right now. That was good.
Yeah, velvety.
Good transition.
Okay. We don't have to do another take. That a one and done is good, or should...
Every time. Every
okay.
time.
Okay. All right. Duly noted. Right, you're introing next time, so it doesn't matter.
Perfect. I got it. You guys stay tuned for episode 6 coming at you guys next week.
Yeah, where Stephanie is going to be sultry.
I'm going to be tearing that shit up.
Absolutely.
Guys.
You're going to dominate it super hard.
I'm dominating it so hard, I can feel myself dominating it right now.
I believe.
Talk to us about episode 5. What's the title?
Yeah. So the title is, What's Your Sports Day Event? Which I assume is kind of the play on what's the weight you lift on your dumbbells or whatever.
Oh.
But, you know, so everything is a question, I guess.
Yes.
And so this episode, our main girl, Hibiki. No. Hibiki.
Oh my gosh. How strong is your drink?
Do you even lift, bro? It's really strong.
This drink to my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. And what are we drinking?
Oh my gosh. Hannah's so drunk, you guys. She doesn't even know what we're drinking. We are making... We have made... I have
you
made...
have made...
I have produced for you.
Yeah. A very strong
pleasure. Yes. Mm-hmm. Recipe from my mother-in-law, pomegranate margarita.
So lovely.
With homemade pomegranate syrup. That's why it tastes good.
Truly, I am so spoiled this night of recording.
Sticky.
Yeah, it's so good.
That's what Hannah's drinking. That's why she's drunk. I'm drinking some rosé.
Rosé all day.
So... That's why I sound normal.
Yeah. Just kidding. Probably. And I'm just over here just vibing.
Go for it.
It's
vibe.
I mean, you know,
we're all here for a different mood.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
Really lovely.
And you know, pomegranates are supposed to fun fact.
I was like, we're still talking about pomegranate.
Yeah, I love pomegranates. But like historically speaking, pomegranates represent like desire, passion, stuff like that. So, you know, that's why I'm so sultry tonight.
You're giving me the eyes. You're feeling it.
That come hither.
I gave you this.
You did.
I did not know that about pomegranates.
Yeah. So like if you look at like famous art stuff, there's a pomegranate, there's a little hint of what said painting is supposed to be about.
What about when someone just paints bananas?
They're thinking about something else. They're just thinking about the dirties. There's no passion, just nanner.
We are so off topic. All right, episode 5.
Yes.
Title, What's Your Sports Day Event? And so we pretty much just unfolded exactly the way you would expect this episode to go. They are in school. They are doing a sports day event.
They really are.
That's the precipice of this episode. They're doing a sports day event.
Yeah, because it's like, apparently in Japan, you get into the fall season, or like for us Californians, it's fall, but it's just second summer.
Yeah.
But, you know, when they get into that official fall season, it's sports time. Sports everywhere.
Yeah. And they explained, you normally, you know, it's by vote per class who is going to represent their entire class for a different sporting event.
Yeah.
So, like running, I assume things like hurdles, you know, like, the javelin throw, nunchuck skills, computer hacking skills,
sumo wrestling,
all of these things. And they would normally do that, I guess, more of like a democracy style.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they were like, well, guys, to mix it up for this year, we're going to do it lottery style. And it's just going to be random. Who gets to be representative for which sport?
Mm-hmm. Lucky you. Because Hibiki was straight up like, well, I'm glad I don't have to really participate. We've got some serious track runners in here who are ready to do the thing. And then the teacher's just like, oh, yeah, we're changing it up this year. So everyone has an equal opportunity to be a lead in some of these sports. Which, like, honestly, I would have the same reaction as Hibiki. Like, oh, I'm so fucked. Because, sports, man.
And it's also different if you're volunteering to get fucked.
Right.
Versus you're just told you're getting fucked. That's just rape.
It really is, because like otherwise you were volunteering, so is it really rape?
Yeah,
like you're just
really
there
not fair.
for you're purposely getting fucked to get fucked.
Yeah.
And some people like that.
Sure.
But yeah, when you have no choice and you're just your name is picked out of a hat, basically.
Yeah.
Like
no one even wanted you.
Yeah, but here we are, and you're
getting
just
fucked.
Getting fucked.
Not even getting
against
dinner
your
first.
will.
Yeah.
Warning for this episode. There's gonna be...
We just got dark real fast. Okay,
Yeah.
so of course, what does our girl end up getting?
She ends up getting the lead for the baton race, which she was like straight up like has no sporting skill with the running thing, and I'm like, same girl, that's a mood.
Understood, yeah.
So like I get it, I relate super
no
hard.
running happens in this household.
Yeah, so but she gets picked. She's on the team, so she's panicking because now she's got to really work at getting better, getting that runner's stamina up.
That's true. She doesn't want to dishonor her entire class.
Right.
That
I
would
mean,
be
fair,
bad.
because that would be really embarrassing.
Right. So she needs to train.
Yeah, she does. And, like, good for her for going that route. Because I'd be like, oh, I'm just so stressed out. I'm just going to sit here.
Right. And lucky for us, where better to train?
Yeah, than the Silverman's gym.
So coincidental. She already goes there and has a membership.
It's so
she
good.
just has really good information and equipment available at her disposal.
And a personal trainer to boot.
Yes.
To boot.
Yes. So Machio is given the girls, because at this point we're now panned to all 4 of our main girls here.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of hanging out at the gym, just doing the chit-chatties, the water cooler talk. They're not, none of them are exercising.
Yeah, they're not working out right now.
That's fine. This is catch-up. This is social hour.
Yeah, as girls do at the gym. Do guys do that? Do guys do that at gyms? Social hour?
Well, Yeah. Because
Okay.
what else are they talking?
They're probably trying to talk to girls.
Yeah, they're not calling each other on the phone trying to talk.
That's true.
Anyways, so Machio is there, and he's listening to the hot high school girl gossip. Mm-hmm. He's like, just lucky for you, Hibiki. We can help you do some training exercises so you can do better at sprinting.
It's great. It's so good that he knows all of the things.
He knows all of the things, and he's not just happy to help, like he's excited about it.
Yeah.
He's fired up. He's disrobing for no apparent reason.
He always disrobes for any reason or no reason at all.
I really love how he also grows an entire foot taller as he disrobes. And when he puts his tracksuit back on, his size literally shrinks.
So
that just
good.
adds to the whimsical fun of this anime.
It's so fun. I love it. It's just... And, I guess if it were any other anime / any other character doing exactly what Machio does, it would come off as creepy. Because you're more or less, like, just training this group of girls. Some are adult women, but most of them are high school girls. And so that can come off as really...
Inappropriate.
Very inappropriate, but truly, he is just there for the joy of showing off his muscles. Not
That's true.
even to them, he's
He just likes
I
to look
gotta
at
do it."
himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a really good point that you bring up. Yeah, that is very true. That could easily get skewed as very yucky feeling, but it's not.
It's
it
not.
just feels like he's like a child.
Yeah, he's just enjoying
Where you're just like,
himself.
oh, okay, he's doing his thing, and then just you move on with your life.
Yeah, I mean, the girls certainly do not react whatsoever anymore.
Right.
Anyway, they barely really reacted in the beginning anyways, but they don't certainly do it now. They're just...
Not in any positive sexual way anyway.
No.
Sometimes you'll hear them like, oh, why did you have to screen in on that? Or like, we didn't need the close-up of that spot,
Yeah, can we not?
Yeah.
But, I mean, they do anyways, but that's just part of the show now. But yeah, so he's just flexing away, super happy with himself.
Yeah.
And the girls are just still chatting
Doing
about
whatever.
everything.
Hibiki is aggressively working out because he's told her a couple things, different exercises she can do to train like her hamstrings and her hip flexors. And so he's giving her the tips, and she's full sending it. She is going as hard as she can. She is like on fire.
She woke up with determination that day to be like, I am gonna get in so much shape to get this and legitimately do it. And like, good for her, because I would just be so upset that I was picked to begin with. But no, she's just like, I'm literally gonna take this and run with it.
She's not being a victim.
No, she's not.
She's about to be a hero to us all. And so,
bring honor to us.
There's a series of fun little, montage of scenes that are happening. Hibiki working out really hard, and looking like she's dead from exhaustion, and then back to working out. So we're watching that, and that's really fun. And then we are now at the relay.
Yes, we are on the big day, sports day, sports week, whatever.
And Hibiki's kind of naming off everybody who she's racing against.
All the serious
this
players.
Person who coincidentally is also already a track and field runner, and she's listing them all off, and then also gets to Akemi.
Yeah.
Akemi? Akemi?
Yeah, Akemi, I think. We kept saying Akemi, which
it sounds
seems
nicer.
more natural, but all right, whatever. It's her gym bestie. Well, they're besties outside school.
Now.
The gym, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she's going to race against her,
Yeah.
and as we know, she's the one who has her mansion life and just is living the dream.
Living the dream. And she also naturally has the track star kind of like form, like
right.
she's already got like the longer legs, so her strides are gonna be better, and me and Hibiki have similar, like, short-ish legs. Like, I mean, we're low to the ground, and that's how we get our speed, but it's certainly not from long leggies.
So true.
Yeah. So she's like, crap, I'm going to be going against her. Well, I'm going to give it my all. And yet again, good for her for having such a positive attitude.
Yeah, definitely.
And she's just straight up like, in fact, I'm not even just going to give it my all. I really want to beat her. I really want to, like, destroy her in this
Yeah, she
game.
went full intensity.
And so they, you know, with the baton pass, it's kind of like you have 2 or 3 different people you pass the baton to, and then they start running. And so Hibiki and Alchemy.
Alchemy. That's what we were calling her.
is there with her, and they're like the last people to race. So they are the ones to go to the finish line. And so they're just standing there, and you're hearing all the mental thoughts and stuff like that happening. And their running mates get closer to pass the baton to them. And naturally, when the handoff is about to happen, the person that is supposed to pass the baton to Hibiki drops it, and it just falls to the ground. And if you don't know, that's pretty bad. That's seconds, big ol' seconds that you lose. So
Hibiki, so flustered, has tuned literally everything out.
Everything.
All the people around her, everything that's happening. The only thing she can zone in on is that baton that has fallen.
Yeah.
And trying to reclaim it as quickly as possible.
Right.
And beat Alchemy.
Yeah. Gotta beat Alchemy.
Everybody needs to beat Alchemy. Fuck Alchemy.
Even though we kind of like her, fuck her, man. She's too good at everything.
That's so true.
So she picks it up off the ground and starts running, not paying attention to what anyone else is saying.
Right.
And she is running her little heart out. And in the end, Alchemy still wins first place, but Hibiki gets second, even against...
So she thought.
Well, yeah.
Even against all the other teams.
All the other teams, there was like 4 or 5 or whatever. And she gets second, which is really great considering she only had a short amount of time to train for this. And everyone else was basically like, that was their hobby, was doing track. So she did amazing. And then the teacher, Takemi?
Tachibana?
Tachibana.
Oh my gosh. Have we switched roles or what?
We might have. Yes. It's your time to shine, Stephanie.
I love this for me. I didn't even have to check my notes. That just had that.
Yeah.
Oh, what a day. What a time to be alive.
This is going down in Baka history.
What a time. Okay. Yes, Miss Tachibana, who, you know, they do make reference to, what are you doing here? And she's like, I don't even know. I somehow got volunteered to be the referee. But I mean, it is kind of funny how they're always making fun of, like, wow, what a coincidence. We're all here.
Crazy.
Isn't that weird? And then they're all just kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, but it's so cash.
So, yeah, Miss Tachibana comes over to tell Hibiki, so, actually, about your second place, that's gonna actually be last place. We all hate those actually people, right?
Yeah,
Bitch,
actually...
shut up. Actually, nobody asked your motherfucking...
Yeah, actually, go die.
Yeah. And she's like, well, I can't do anything about it. You know, everybody, all the teachers, all the coaches, all the students saw it. And, you know, sorry, it just is what it is. But, you know.
You got to go with the rules. And the rule was that whatever teammate dropped the baton is the one that has to pick it up. And Hibiki, even though she did not drop it, she picked it up. So that automatically disqualified her
them
because
of
her teammate was supposed to pick it up and hand it to her again successfully in order for it to count, which I mean, fuck them rules.
I know. It's very extra.
It's very convoluted in a way because in the grand scheme of things, if the team picks up their baton, just let them run.
Honestly, this is why I just don't play sports. I can't deal with this.
No, there's too many rules.
This is the reason why I don't play them. That's it.
I just want to prancercise.
We're done. So that pretty much ends that short little segment.
Yeah.
And then we're back at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And Hibiki's just venting, She's really upset. She's really frustrated.
Yeah.
Alchemy. It's like, there, Buttercup. You still did really good. You still gave me a real run for my money.
Yeah.
Which is impressive, especially coming from you, Hibiki.
Right.
And, Machio is, of course, just there. Because he's just palling around with his old girlfriends.
Yeah.
And he's like, it was really nice of you to try. And next time you can just try again and just try harder. And
keep going.
Try. Triceps! And then he just shreds through his shirt. I just thought that was so funny.
I know, that was so good.
Try triceps.
I mean, that's how I got my lead in, is inspiration from Machio. So smooth, so good.
Yeah, I quite agree. He's on the smooth train with you.
Yeah, me and Machio, man.
So the girls are pretty much just, I don't know, they were at the end of their workout. Mm-hmm. And they're like, let's go get cleaned up and hit the sauna and just be girly girls.
Just do it. And, before that, Machio's like, hold up, girly pops. Yeah, here's some girly tickets.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, sure. Here's some tickets because the gym has been open for almost 6 months now, so we're doing
a raffle,
and that's really exciting. And they're like, cool. What's the prizes? And he's like, something really great. And they're like, that tells us nothing. Thanks. And he's like,
no problem. Here's your tickets.
You want to be surprised. It's better to be surprised when you win something.
So they each get a ticket.
Yep.
And then they hit the sauna.
Yeah, then they hit the sauna because then... and they also go into explanation about the sauna, which is great in a lot of ways, and also still doesn't necessarily make me want to spend a lot of time in a sauna.
Yeah. So our perception of sauna is correct according to what we just saw.
I understand the benefits, and
they did list off the benefits.
They did so many benefits.
Helps your circulation.
Yes.
It helps to open your pores. And it can reduce swelling, inflammation.
After a good hard workout.
Da, 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 da.
Da, da. Yeah, so there's really good benefits to it.
Understood, but no thank you.
Yeah, but I just doesn't appeal to me. And they're going into explanation because they did say, after a shower, you want to hit the sauna with me? And everyone's like, yeah. And both me and Stephanie were sitting there going wouldn't you want to shower after the sauna because you're just gonna get sweaty?
Yeah.
But then they go into explaining, saying because the sauna tends to carry smells, you want to make sure that you smell nice when you're in there first.
Yeah. That way you're not just soaking up your hot swamp ass.
Yeah, right.
And your neighbor's swamp ass.
All the swamp ass.
And then when they explained that real fast, Han and I were both just like,
that's why we never go into public sauna.
Well, we just learned something.
I'm glad I didn't just leave my stank in some sauna without knowing. So
now we know better. We'll always remember that.
Double showers. Shower before, shower after.
Exactly. Extra clean. Especially with those open pores.
Oh yeah, you need to slough off all that
stuff. Sloth off the sloth. Yes. So they're gonna head out of the sauna, but then of course, as they do, they have to turn everything into a little competition, and they're like, "Hey, ladies, for all of the gym tickets, let's see who can stay in the sauna the longest."
Yeah.
And the show throws in a very nice little disclaimer. Mm-hmm. Only because of the fact that these are animated women. Mm-hmm. Can they partake in this? But do not do this. This is not advised or recommended.
In real life. And I love that. They're just like us. We give you guys warnings during when we say very controversial, stupid shit. It's great. Yeah.
They had to do it.
They're like
they
us.
had to cover their bases.
Yeah.
They're smart. They don't want to get sued.
No. Which, fair. I also don't want to get sued, so don't do that. That's a disclaimer.
You're a rich woman now. don't talk to me like that. I see you over here making that side money.
I see all them pennies.
Hannah doesn't know how to get the money. Hannah's taking my half. She's run off with it
we
in a
actually
money bag.
made 8, and I was just like, no, I edited it, so it just looks like we only made 4.
Exactly.
So they're like, okay, for all the tickets, we'll do the competition. And everyone's like, okay, no problem. And they're all sitting there enjoying themselves at first. And then...
There were no time frames on this.
No.
Hannah and I were guesstimating, they're probably about 5 minutes. You know, they're looking a little like they're okay. They're fine. And then they pan in again. It was about 10 minutes. We're like, okay, they're looking visibly flushed.
Yeah, I mean,
they're hot. Their faces look like they're uncomfortable.
They were panting, so, naturally.
So we were just kind of taking our guesses, right? And in about 15 minutes, I think that's when you're like, I'm surprised no one has given up because all of them look miserable.
Yeah.
Except Miss Tachibana.
Yeah,
who was just sitting there with a smile, looking stoic. Like she was sitting out on the beach, front property.
Oh, yeah. She was barely sweating. She was maybe glistening.
Yes. She had a glimmer.
And it's like, oh, she goes hard. She knows what she's doing. She knows the threshold, and clearly it's way out there versus all these other girls. And yeah, so
our first one out.
Our first one is boxing girl that I forgot her name. Ayaka. I was close. I almost wanted to call her
Boxing
Aika.
girl?
Yeah, boxing girl.
Okay.
She boxes a lot. And
Baka socks.
she knew her limits. She's like, I'm out. You guys have fun. Because they're thinking, okay, these tickets, you'll get a greater chance to win the first prize, which supposedly was a trip to America. They didn't say where in America, because that
makes a difference. That's a make or break on whether or not I want to travel.
Yeah, because imagine if they're like, yeah, win tickets to go to America, but it's like Stockton.
Right.
Or what's another really terrible place?
Los Angeles.
Yeah, especially now. Yeah, what's that one place you don't want to go?
Alcatraz.
Yeah, the haunted prison.
Compton.
Yeah, I don't know, just something real
Mexico.
Sketchy area.
Wait, what? We love you, Mexico viewers.
Yeah, please, we are gonna get canceled so bad. It's fine.
No, I don't know.
Everywhere's
bad.
No, it's just tickets to America, apparently.
All of it. All of the Americas.
You can do a nice little tour in one day, America.
It's just a plane ticket to America. It just flies you straight over America and back. They're like, see?
Okay, bye.
Just you did a wave as you go by. Yeah. We didn't say we were stopping in America. We just said it was
a trip over
to America. Yeah, it was
didn't say we'd land.
Yeah. At least it wasn't Delta landing it, hopefully.
Ooh, yeah.
So
we are so on topic.
We're very relevant right now.
Yeah.
We're like an episode of South Park in this moment.
Yeah,
just talking straight up facts.
Because we don't have to animate anything.
Mostly that.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
Ayaka, out first.
Out first. She's like, it's okay. I don't need to go to freaking Fresno.
Heard.
Fair. And then it was Alchemy that taps out. She's like, you know what?
I've had enough.
Yeah, I'm good. And which is great because she was definitely doing the really panty thing. Which I didn't
catch that. What was that? Yes.
And she was
verified.
Bent over, but sensually in the sauna.
All sweaty.
All
pink
sweaty. Yeah.
Oh my
you
gosh.
know, doing that little like breathy, you know, thing. And so it's just Hibiki and Miss Tachibana in there, and Tachibana's still like keeping her cool.
Yeah.
In a sauna. So, but
Very mature, very demure of her.
very mindful.
It is. She looks very put together.
Yeah, she's got a smile on her face.
Yeah. Hibiki is beside herself because she is not going to come in second place for a second time today.
She's stubborn.
No second places for a second time.
No, she's over it. She wants to be first.
She's going to be the winner.
First. So she's determined to stay in there. And she's struggling. She's visibly struggling.
She's full struggling.
Her eyes are blurring because it's like, oh, this is not great. But, you know, she's looking over like practically fainting. But she's looking over
Practically fainting.
at Miss Tachibana, who's still there, and she's like, wow, she hasn't moved, she hasn't done a thing. Has she even blinked? And she gets a closer look, and it turns out that Miss Tachibana more or less has fainted in a way, and who knows how long it's been since she has. And
that's cool. We don't seem to really care.
No,
because we
fine.
just pan out of the sauna.
Yeah, and
with Hibiki frantically trying to shake Miss Tachibana alert.
Yeah, wake her up, and you just have the narrator being like, and so it was a tie between the two for first place and also the stupidest.
Right.
And it's like, oh, okay.
Our narrator has such sass.
I mean, but it's true though.
Right.
Because I mean, what we don't see is that they probably had to get a medical team in there, giving them like emergency banana bags and shit, you know?
We'll never know because they didn't seem to care about showing us.
Not at all. But
we just pan out to some good news, Hannah.
Yeah, we got some great news.
Fantastic news.
Is that
almost as good as getting Patreon?
It's so worth like almost sweating to death for this moment.
Go on. What is the moment, Hannah?
The moment is that Hibiki gets all the tickets. She wins in a sense because she was, you know, awake, alert
conscious.
enough to get Tachibana out. So she technically wins just for that alone. And so she gets all the tickets and she goes to Machio, who is doing the raffle-y thing, and she wins for not tickets to America. Not tickets to Bakersfield.
Not tickets over the Americas and back to Japan.
No. What she wins is she wins some gym t-shirts.
Yes, some gym branded t-shirts that are silver
and black.
And Akemi
Loves
is
them.
just, you are so lucky. I'm so jealous of you. I just love this vintage color.
I'm like dying. What does that mean?
I don't know. I mean, to me, a free t-shirt's a free t-shirt.
Right. Like, I mean, I'm
not
definitely going to wear it to bed.
about a free t-shirt.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
It's just funny all around because Hibiki doesn't get what she wants. Akami's overly excited about an oversized gym t-shirt. I don't know.
yeah.
Very strange.
Very strange, but that's also alchemy at her finest.
It really is.
Loves the gym and anything that represents it, which...
Such a cinnamon roll in so many ways, right?
It is. And I wish I had that much passion for the gym.
So pure.
Such
a pure love for the gym.
Yeah, it's
and exercising. Good
almost
for her.
endearing, but also kind of scary.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, that's where the episode ends. Is Hibiki like really upset about the end results? But you know, I mean, at that point, it's still free shit.
Yeah, and what can you do?
Not too much. She could probably give two of them to alchemy and be like, here you go, fam. Or one for
This
each
is your
of the
Christmas
girls.
and birthday gift.
Don't say I didn't give you anything.
Congratulations.
Yeah, because that's what, that's what friends do for each other. They look out for each other and give them gym shirts.
Give them each other's free shit that they want that they don't want.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's the end of that. No America for Hibiki, which is probably good because she would probably, eat all of our food, and, our food is not.
It's not good quality. It'll give her a raging diarrhea.
It's all fried.
Raging
She'd love
diarrhea.
it, but yeah, so.
And we don't have bidets, so sorry.
We do not. We're not fancy like that.
Yeah, that is weird. You think Americans would need the bidet the most.
But it's not caught on as much as in every other country ever.
Weird. We're
We
so
are a
behind
weird
in
country.
so many ways.
I mean, we
metric
have our own,
system.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have our own measuring system for things.
Oh my gosh.
And even then, we don't even use our official measuring system. We're just like,
so dumb.
yeah, that's about like 8 couches long.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? What does that mean, America?
Yes.
Get it together.
I love that. That's what I do. Perfect. I am an American.
Oh, that's about like 3 cantaloupes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Banana for scale. That's why banana for scale became a meme. Because Americans don't know how to measure anything.
We just have things to compare it to.
Yes, we just compare things to other things.
And then we're like, what? What's a meter? What do you mean? I don't.
I know. Yeah, it's been a real problem because right now I have just finished like Squid Game, and for all of their things, I'm trying to get the conversion rate for how much money that they're making.
I did that too.
Right? Because every time they're like, you've won 80 billion won. I'm like, what is that in US dollars?
Is that like
Is
6 billion
Is
money?
that good money? Is that not good money? I mean, for me, apparently I'm excited about 2 pennies. So I don't know that my standards are very high.
Yeah, mine neither. So I mean, any money that I've won
is good money.
It is. I'm not gonna cry about it.
One money is good. Earned money is also good. Not as good as money that you win.
Yeah, the money that's just like given to you for doing.
I don't think I've ever won money. Oh wait, I've won gift cards, and that counts.
That counts.
As
that
money.
Totally counts. It's just very specific where that money goes.
I forgot to tell you about something I did earlier today.
Go on. Is this podcast appropriate?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Go on.
I went to Walmart with a big Ziploc bag of change, and I deposited it into the Coinstar.
Ooh, nice.
And I ended up getting like $30 that I cashed out. And so to me, that's kind of like winning money because
that's really
to me,
exciting.
Change isn't really real money because I don't
real.
use change to pay people.
Right. I mean, no one
And somehow
really does.
I end up with a lot of change. I'm not really sure how. So I collected it from the family community piggy banks. And I was like, this shit is a pretty big bag.
This shit is bananas.
Bananas. No, but it felt kind of on topic because we were talking about what it feels like to win things. And I was like, I felt like in that moment, I won $30 because it was $30. I mean, it was $30 I couldn't use as change.
Right. But now it's
in a Starbucks gift card that I can use.
Even better. Yeah, that's free Starbucks.
That's essentially 30. That's like 1.5 Starbucks drinks.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a good, like, coffee and a half.
It's a good coffee down payment. For when I want to go to Starbucks.
Yeah, which, I mean, for me, it's not that often, but if there's a gift card monies, you go.
Exactly.
You go. So that's cool. Congratulations.
Thank you. $30 richer.
I'll just add 2 more pennies to that.
As soon as you can figure that out.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I want them.
Baka, bye.